Duo Dagr is the most valuable unit in Fire Emblem Heroes. Now that's a bold statement, and I'm about to bring up a lot of serious points about why that is, but I wanted to start off by saying, I love this unit. This is an unpopular take, but Book 5 was my favorite. I loved the aesthetic, I really enjoyed the characters, and I'm gonna duck here, but I even loved the plot. So before I give you a whole bunch of reasons why this unit is so good, I just want to remind you that the best unit is always the one you love. Hello Summoners, and welcome to another episode of FEHology, the study of Fire Emblem Heroes. My name is Joel, and there's no reason to be coy here. Dagr's value comes from her sky-high score and support potential. I'm going to show you some examples as we go along, but let's take a look at this kit first. We have Slang, in-combat debuffs that can easily get up to an Omni -11, Pathfinder, an additional combat debuff of speed and defense -5, Null follow-up, a duo skill that gives an Omni +6, and Pathfinder to any ally in a pretty big range. Now that's a loaded kit, but the biggest thing this unit provides is mobility. We've already seen how valuable that is with Dagr and Note's original form. The applications with this unit increase exponentially in Summoner Duels and Arena. In Aether Raids offense, it's less dramatic, but providing Anima Season with Pathfinder is not a small deal. So basically what I'm saying is this unit provides amazing support and can smash most units when it needs to. Now let's take a look at how she contributes in Summoner Duels.
It's about time you figured that out. Let's get this party started already.
I wanted to show this match because it has so many of the cancerous units right now. Yuri has become the benchmark for all glass cannons. Legendary Marth is the unit that you just sit in the middle of the field and watch units ting off of. Lysithea is a brave, slaying cav. And of course, Duo Peony is Duo Peony. Now, I have a little different take on this than Levincetti. My goal is to create the conga line of death. Once that happens, the duo skill gets popped and I have 3 nukes that can hit very hard. Every square in the capture area is threatened except for 1. You're gonna hear this a lot from me in this episode, but mobility is just so key in Summoner Duels, Arena, and Aether Raids. It's huge. It's what allows you to attack safely without getting initiated on first. That means you get to do things on your terms. There's really no question as to how powerful Pathfinder spamming is. If you've been loving this unit in Summoner Duels, leave me a comment. I would love to hear about the beefiest unit that you just rocked.
Wow, you look amazing in that kimono.
I know you only say that because we're twins.
Alright, I've played a lot with this unit, and she's definitely valuable on Aether Raids offense, but there are just so many busted options on offense right now. She has the tank busting ability of Eitri, but she doesn't have Kanto. Her duo skill really isn't usable when you'd want it the most, but she still has regular Pathfinder. Overall, her biggest influence is going to be on defense. The problem with Note as a frontliner is she's perfect for proccing Gale Force or Nurin Zeal. She also doesn't do a lot of damage, but just enough to take most units down into Wings of Mercy range, which is a problem. Duo Dagr puts out a lot more damage, and Pathfinder introduces so many shenanigans that are hard to predict, and we get to move them to Anima Season. Okay, now, this is your typical save ball here. This setup has the dreaded Ascendant Fjorm with all of her cohort and supporting cast. And right off the bat, we have the wonderful Duo Dagr just smashing her. It's fantastic. This warms my heart because this unit gives me so much trouble. But that's really not the power of the unit, because if that was it, there are a ton of units that can do that kind of damage. The power is what you saw right there with Odor swiping across, getting that 1 extra range, and smacking Robin. So we end up getting 2 units there. Now this defense is just a rough prototype, but you can see how effective this type of unit is. So we get Pathfinder and enable the Duo's Hindrance building along with a unit that hits like a truck. Aether Raids defense is probably the hardest content in the game right now. Any unit that makes that easier is incredibly valuable.
Sis, right
Right here, Dagr.
Is a unit showcase really complete without a combat montage? Let's look at all the different arena matchups we have. So right off the bat, we have Legendary Corrin, and maybe I should have started off with a better one. This one kind of surprised me because I expected Duo Dagr to just smash this unit, but this is a very well supported one, and you can see how much they've invested in the kit. You've got Infantry Pulse and Times Pulse working together to give Negating Fang, and then Duo Dagr swipes over, and oh, that's ugly. Yeah, I really expected that to go better. I mean, what can I say? Corrin's a good unit. Duo Dagr did not make this one. Okay, next up we have Eitri, and I've got to mention here, for most of these units, Dagr does pull through in the player phase. This one I tried out in the enemy phase, and it turns out, surprise, surprise, Eitri hits really, really hard. Yeah, I gave her every sort of buff you can possibly think of, including drives from Peony. I had so much hope for this. Like, come on, Dagr. No. Yeah, that I guess it was close, but it didn't turn out very well. So, Eitri enemy phase? No, Dagr does not pull through on that one. Okay, next up we have Legendary Lilina, and this is an important one because Lilina puts out so much damage that you have to be able to one-shot her. Because of the color disadvantage there, she will one-shot Dagr back. So let's look at this as it plays out. Now, this is probably not the kit that I would have given Lilina, but for our purposes, it doesn't make much of a difference. Just because we're not letting her get Gifted Magic off. I don't know of a unit in Arena that can take that Gifted Magic hit. Like, that is just huge. But you can see we're buffing up as much as possible, and thank the Lord, we do get this one. Keep in mind, this does not include bonus stats the way I've got this set up, so that's a good matchup for her. Oh, Sothis, your reign as best scorebot was maybe a month. I feel a little bad for folks who pulled for this unit, but that's not really the point. Let's look at how this match plays out, and I mean, you can guess. Like, we've got color advantage, they're a flyer. This is an easy one. So, I put this in here because, you know, it's fun to see. And of course, we'll put Ninjoran in there too, but that one isn't quite as happy. Summoners, Micaiah continues to surprise me. Seriously, like, we slept on this unit because of all the Braves that were going on. Now, I'm going to show you how this works out, but I want to point out that this unit has Deflect Magic on it, that Micaiah there. So this is not exactly an optimal kit. This is a case-by-case basis. Like, you're going to actually have to watch this as to whether Dagr wins this matchup or not. In this one, it happens, and it's pretty easily, but you can never count out Micaiah in all of her forms. Every single dang one of them, she always sneaks up on me, and she'll sneak up on you too if you don't watch out. I'm still not sure what to make of female Byleth. I mean, she's good, I know that, but just compared to everyone else, I can't get a good feel on how well she measures up. Overall, I think she's kind of a disappointing unit. We'll see. Hey, if you're using Legendary Female Byleth and you're loving her, let me know in the comments and let me know what you're doing with her. But I think you guys can kind of guess how exactly this plays out. And yeah, that wasn't pretty. Oh, sorry, Byleth. I love the concept, I love the design, it just in practice, she kind of missed the boat. Maybe I should start calling these lowlights because I don't seem to pick the good matchups for Dagr here. But this is Corrin, and I wanted so badly to have Duo Dagr tank Ninjoran. I really did. Like, I had high hopes. I know that's just foolish. Like, who tanks Ninjoran? Not many people. So here I went on a defense tile with max buffs. I guess I could have gotten drives from Peony, but this ends in a heartache. It's not close. It's not even remotely close. Obviously, this is a different story in the player phase, and Dagr takes care of Ninjorn very easily. But I really wanted that one. Alright, Summoners. Up until this point, I have shown you units that, in some configuration, in actually most worlds, player phase-wise, Duo Dagr takes care of business. Like, she takes those units down. Even that Corrin I showed you, that was a specific case. I have taken Corrins down before with the right support. Or maybe with the wrong support for Corrin, but you get my meaning. This unit is different. And let me tell you, in the Discord, we tried everything to get this to work. The fact of the matter is, as long as Sigurd has Crusader's Ward, color advantage, and sky-high defense, this is not a thing that's going to work. Oh, but I wanted it so badly. And just look at that. 24 times 2 comes down to 30 total damage. This hurt me. Physically hurt me. Alright, quick summary of all that mess. Duo Dagr does very well in the player phase and arena, not so well in the enemy phase, and that's against other legendaries, which, keep in mind, as of late put out just so much damage. It's ridiculous. It is very difficult to tank legendaries right now. But I wanted to get into something a little less exciting, and that's numbers. Let's look at this graph real quick, and you can see this is right at the beginning of the introduction of Tier 4 duel skills. That, along with bonus legendaries finally lining up with their season, has caused some insane score creep. As a point of reference, the scores were fairly flat for the entire year before this, and that includes the introduction of Brave Edelgard and the 190 BST duos. In order to still use the GHBs as bonus heroes without having to use 2 legendaries, I needed a phenomenal score bot. Enter Duo Dagr. The highest scoring free-to-play unit right now is Manuela at 190, and that's a seasonal 4-star special. The latest duo heroes have a 195 score clause. Duo Dagr scores in the 200 bin because of her preference B skill. She just score crept an entire generation of duos. That means next year, she'll be at the top of the scoring food chain. Still, having a score bot that lasts 2 years is unheard of. It's not something I could pass up, especially on a character that I already loved. Her supportive capabilities will mean she ages well on top of everything else, so I guess happy birthday and Merry Christmas to me. You can see that by summoning for this unit, what I'm allowing for is the ability to summon less later on, and the more orbs that I can save, the more can go to the next big broken thing.
To the victor go the spoils. Is it really a gift if you've earned it?
So listen, I measure a unit's value by how many game modes they contribute in, and Dagr is in a unique situation where she contributes both as a carry and a support in every mode except for Aether Raids offense. In Summoner Duels, Pathfinder spam is fun and incredibly powerful, increasing the range of your units, and she's really good at killing things. In Aether Raids, she offers something unique in Anima Season by opening the Pathfinder door, and also opens up some new configurations and team comps. She's also good at killing things there. In Arena, she's the highest scoring unit in the game, and will continue to be in the top tier for another 2 years. And she's good at killing things there. Is there any question as to why this is the most valuable unit in Fire Emblem Heroes? Alright, Summoners, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I always enjoy making these because it gives me a chance to show off these units, which is so much fun. If you're having fun with this unit, leave me a comment, let me know. I always love to hear it. Take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.